Hello and welcome to Wild Cafe, our weekly transmitted sessions, which are aimed to help you in your path of enlightenment, in your path of awakening. These transmissions are being channeled from the Council of the Light, from the Arcturians and the Plaeidians. And we hope that this message for this week finds you well and that it gives you the guidance that you need in order to make the best next steps and decisions in your journey of awakening and remembrance into who you are. So, without further ado, this week's message is the following. We would like to welcome you, dear ones. We have seen how much of an effort you have been doing, especially during this eclipse season, in order to realign yourselves with your highest possible timelines for awakening. We know that this is difficult and challenging for most, especially when the mind gets involved and you are not aware of the interference that there is with different energies in play. So, the most important message for this week coming is to relax and know that we have said this in the past, but it is really important for you to relax, to sit back and to watch. For it is in the silence, it is in the space that is created in the not doing that one best gets to decipher what the next steps are. And sometimes just like a lurking tiger who is watching without moving in order to see whether there is danger, there is power in no action. There is power in the relaxation session. Now, once again, we are not saying do not do your inner work. This is fundamental. But the more you can sit with yourselves, the more you can relax, the more the ideas flow fluidly within your vessel and they become one with the channel that you are. The more purity that you incorporate into your channel, the more awareness that you have with the field, and the more you can work with the entity of one consciousness so as to create the best possible outcomes. Now, sometimes when you get too intertwined with your mind, this means that you step back from unity and into separation. In this separation, you are basically escaping the field of oneness. And because you are not ready or not able, you do not know how to face that conglomerate of energies that you feel when you are in the one unity consciousness field, then you disassociate, you disconnect, and you go back to living your old patterns of egotistical lives in survival mode so as to feel the superiority that you feel when you are disconnected from that one. In essence, all you're seeking to do is that realignment, that reconnection with the one. But in saying this, the duality brings about that fear of being in connection with the one grid field. And because there has been many interferences with other agendas, like such as the reptilian agenda, that has created fear, humiliation, manipulation, and the authoritarian system in which a system of beings were becoming entangled in the power struggle and suffering. Those grays, those reptilians that were there forming part also of the experiment of this free willed earth, created fear and lack within the grid. This means that you are having constantly, continuously, a play of double vibrations, that of the higher unity consciousness that is tapping into our field, our level, our realms of the Arcturians, Plaeidians, the Council of the Light, who are wishing, willing, and co-creating with you this more lighter version of who you are, and this lower version of frequency and energy that is interfered by the reptilian and race agendas. which are trying to keep you, to keep us, to keep the field in that scarcity, in that level of rawness that can be harvested for their own purposes. We all have our own agendas. So it depends on you where you stand and what you want to choose, whether you want to choose the higher levels, the higher frequency alignments, which mean entering the field of the quantum possibilities and the lighter frequencies and vibration, which you can do. You are here to master it, or whether you want to step back into alignment with those lower frequencies and vibrations. You are here being tested at these very trialing times to see which vibration you can contain. Whether you become the container of the higher vibration or the lower vibration, it really is up to you. The choice is up to you. It matters not, and at the same time, it matters because what you're doing is extrapolating that into the field once again. So if you extrapolate, if you tune into the lower vibrations, the fear, the lack, the scarcity, the need to work hard, the need to abide by the laws of those grays and reptilians who are wanting just one superpower, just one element who is there, just like a diamond, very special, very special, very special. So that with that belief, we don't believe that we can access that diamond level. We don't believe that it is possible not to live in scarcity, but instead that we can live as one. As one means abundance, as one means the collective unity of everything is connected, interconnected, interwoven with that abundance of everybody being able to tap into the wholeness of who we are, which means there is abundance for everything and everyone. This is the quantum level of the light. When you access these levels, as we have seen that you have been accessing here and there, you come in and then you go out again into your lower levels of scarcity and survival modes that you are so accustomed to by your egos. Once you relinquish that and you're able to tap into and head into the higher vibrations of light, you feel lighter. You feel like you can fly. You feel that there are endless possibilities for you to choose from, and nothing is determined by money, nothing is determined by time. You bend time, you enter the quantum field, you're capable of becoming who you truly are, accepting that power, that might, that truth, and in that essence allowing your energy to flow through you in order to create that lighter mood that comes about when you are in a process or a state of relaxation, the process of just be. So, beloved, dear ones, we are asking you this week to simply relax, to let go of all your responsibilities and everything that you have been here believing that you have to do, the work, the possessions, the material realm, the having to do's, the checking in the lists, the things that you believe you have to do as a matter of a process in order to get to the result you want to get, and get there. Absolutely get there. Once you're there in that state of relaxation, in that state of purity, of oneness with the mind, of total light embodying vibration of your relaxed state of being, then you can decide. It is only when you are making your decisions based on the lack, on the uncertainty, on the instability, on the confusion that is coming from those lower vibrational agendas from the grays and the reptilians, that you are attaching yourself to that harvesting era and field that we no longer want. And we know that most of you, a lot of you, are relentlessly working on yourselves in order to get rid of those lower entity vibrations so as to get higher into the quantum states of endless possibilities, of no mind, of aligning with the true essence of who you are. So if you want to be a writer, be a writer. If you want to be a public speaker, be a public speaker. There is nothing that can stop you in this world from manifesting the dreams of your life. Because you are life in itself. You are essence. You are one with the grid. So we are all moving together. We are all co-creating. We are all in essence creating and manifesting and molding, shaping the field because we are one with it. It is only that because the individuals have separated themselves in this state of lower vibrational ego vibration, that it brought the field down, which means that the decisions were being made by those in power who were wanting to maintain their vibration of control, manipulation, scarcity, so as to keep the whole population believing that they couldn't access their same level. So if only one person has a diamond, then they put the price up very high. They market the diamond as something very precious and special. And this stays at a conscious level. It is created as a belief that keeps repeating itself, and the more repetition it has, the more the belief gets ingrained into the cellular level system. And so that is why it has been so hard to relinquish those patterns. But there is a purging process that has been taking place in planet Earth and in every single individual, because we are all connected to this grid, to this field, to this planet as well. And what is happening is that this purging in the form of weather forecasts, in the form of water, tidal waves, in the form of cyclones and extreme weather conditions. It has also been happening at a micro level at every single individual cellular system, recreating that as a ripple effect, or mirroring that, reflecting that which is happening at the macro level. So we are all ascending at the same pace and yet not at the same level, because even though everything is happening simultaneously, every individual has free will to choose whatever they want to do. And so some are ascending more rapidly than others. Others are still stuck in the debris of the lower vibration. Nothing is wrong, nothing is right. We are simply here to transmit you this message to create less confusion and more charming essence. So choose whatever you want, whatever you believe it is good for you, do that. In these next 2-3 weeks, especially 3 weeks, in these 3 weeks, it is important for you to relax and to choose whatever you want. Imagine for a moment that you had all the money in the world, that you had all the time in the world to create, to manifest, to be, to relax, whatever you want to do. So in that allowance of your system to relax, you create a space for it to feel totally grounded and at home, and to really choose from that groundedness of your highest essence. When you are able to choose from that level of groundedness, then the codes that are being expressed from your cellular level, as purging takes place, all the divine essence, all the divine energy is coming through from your channel and allowing you to be more of that light. In that state of light, love, and self-empowerment, you are able to transmit, to channel, to manifest whatever it is you want, because everything is so easy. $1 million is the same as $2 or $1. In the quantum field, quantities matter not. What matters is what you connect with and your heartfelt intent. So as long as you are in connection with this higher life force essence that is one with you, that is flowing within your vessel, then you will be manifesting from a state of purity and unconditioned beliefs, leaving behind, pushing down. That doesn't mean do not look at it, but simply allow it to set itself free. The fears, the challenges, the conditioning in the mind, all the stops and the barriers and the limitations that were put onto you by other individuals in that same state and level of awareness. Allow them to rise, to be purged, and stay true to yourself. No matter what other people say in the exterior world, all you have to do in these 2 to 3 weeks is relax and connect with that powerful essence that is going to allow you to be the best version of who you are. The more empowered, self-empowered beings that can be in planet Earth, the more this ripple effects into the quantum field, and the more we all keep awakening at a level of expansion that allows us to feel less resistance, more love, more cooperation, and more intertwining with that grid in which individuals cooperate with one another from a state of love. What this means is that we allow to relinquish the fear, the debris of challenges, humiliation, manipulation, gaslighting that has taken place in individuals and which has created traumatic effects at a cellular level. So the more we are able to purge that, to release that, the more that inner work is allowing for our higher light to be in connection with us as well, with the Arcturians, with the Plaeidians, with the Syrians, with the Lemurians and the Atlantis, with civilizations that can pass down the knowledge, the expertise, and the mistakes that were committed in order for you to receive this knowledge and to work with it. Do not repeat the same cycle again. Atlantis, Lemuria, they all fell down. Why? Greed, power, control, manipulation, against scarcity. We were not able to keep and maintain that level of container of such a high frequency coming from the heart. And when we deviate from the heart, then we deviate from love, then we deviate from that collective field, the grid of who we are. God, love, expands in the expansion of love. That is the only way that one can expand. Constriction, tension comes about with the opposite, with fear, with scarcity, with limitations, with conditioning in the mind. We do not want this. We relinquish this. Asi aranakataya taseya no tokwaya ranataseya tia yokota natakeya toaraya natikiti ora natasaya tokwaya nata. Yentati yaro to soyoro no tokia tayara no tua yara tata sero quanta nata kia to puana tata sopoto no yara tua to pitio yoro to soyoro nata. Yento quanata soyoro to quate yatia toa yara ta seron toa kia tono to quanta kia tata sayran to qua yara tua. Yento ko arra yana to qua sayara ti yo. Yo, oh, yara tatana saya yo wow. E yo no toco yara ta. Yeto kuaere na to kuaeta soyera ta kientu akiata hawata. What have you chosen? What do you believe? Can you maintain yourself and your container in the higher possible vibration for others to see? You are a beacon of light. Remain in that powerful light so that others can see and follow you. Do not diminish your light. Do not diminish your power. Gone are those times. If you so choose to, so can it be. You are the powerful manifester of your life. Choose ascension, choose the light. And the codings and the vibrations and the elements, the people, the external reflection of the world will show you that you have embodied that light. This is a constant work with diligence, with patience, with constant manipulation of the light coming from the heartfelt intent and your commitment to be at that higher level. This is what we are asking you to be, asking you to be, asking you to be. Relinquish, release contracts, bindings, biddings, anything that no longer serves you, any karmic relationship, any narcissistic traits and abusive, toxic behaviors that have been attached to you as cords are now being released. Choose to be, choose to be, choose to be. The empowerment of the grid comes even more powerful when more individuals tune to it from their highest level of consciousness. You have the choice. In you is the power of decision making, of discipline, of commitment to the light. Now our transmission is over. For more codings into this field of the new earth vibration, contact Aashtara for activations. There are so many individuals and light workers in this planet Earth at this point in time that have incarnated to create this ripple effect of the quantum field from the higher levels of awakening. Contact them, access them, do your meditation, your prayer, your group meditations to access and connect and anchor in embodying those higher frequencies of who you be. No longer any more lack. Remain in the possibility of who you are, your openness, no longer diminishing your power. Open, open, aware, open, open. Keep going up, 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 up in your vibration and frequency of love. The more you do this, the more you positively affect the quantum field. And now our transmission is over. You need to relax. This has been a very powerful message and transmission with cutting off the cords and relinquishing some of those negative, denser cords, abusive and toxic beliefs and cord attachments that have been interfering within the collective field. So if you too have felt this calling, if you too have felt this powerful light, remain in this light. Know that you can activate it, reactivate it, but it is constant work, diligence. Apply yourself to the commitment of who you be and stay at that higher vibration and no longer abide by anything else but this higher vibration. You can do it. Believe in yourself. The more you believe in yourself, the more you attract others as a beacon of light to go up into you, into that vibration, no matter what. These few weeks, up to 4 weeks, listen to your inner guidance. Do not go down. Do not fall back into the ego patterns, into the cycles that have kept you in alignment with the lower vibrations. Up, 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 up into the higher vibrations of love, of power, of empowerment, of mighty and religious conspiracy with the divine, because you are that. Spend the money, earn the money, live the life, relax, sleep more often, eat healthy, give your body the nurture that it needs. In this week, these 3 coming weeks, it is important so as to anchor this and not the limitation, so as to anchor this as your new limitation. This is your new limitation. This is where you stand now, which means anyone who is willing and wanting to cooperate with you has to stand in this standard. No matter what, you are rising the bar for yourself, for others, and for others to come, because it is your responsibility from your heart, whatever that song that is being sung by your heart, to keep in that higher vibration. No longer entertain feelings, thoughts, beliefs of narcissistic abuse. No longer entertain any more patterns of lower frequency vibration. No more scarcity. No more. no more. So if you would like to access the higher wealth codes, there will be more channelings, more vibrational frequency realignments that will be done in these channels. Stay tuned to Aashtara.org in all the social platforms, in all the website, the YouTube channel, in order for you to access and keep anchoring that higher vibration that planet Earth needs, so as to allow for more individuals to tap into and tune into this higher light, this higher frequency. You can do it. Believe in yourself. You can do it. The frequency of wealth, of health, of abundance, of luck, of synchronicities, of connectivity, of independence, of self-empowerment, of creativity, of might, of independence and interdependence, of intimate connections and bondings, of beauty, of elegance, of luxury. What are you imagining with your mind, with your third eye? Created. Benefit the whole world by creating that reality with your third eye. Release. No more lack. Everything is up into abundance. Have a namaste. Thank you for the transmission. Thanking this vessel. We shall connect with you again. Have a beautiful week.